red side is, say, bloodied or something.
Okay.
You know what that is, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
See, this is the piece I first picked out.
Uh-huh. Oh, then you want, if you want her, you want this one right here. Wait. No, not this one. They're actually from the book.
Take a look. Look at that face.
I think that was it, actually. Huh? Oh, that's the human. That's the human, yeah.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah,
if this hair was brownish green, it would match her face perfectly.
Yeah, see, I don't know why that's not there, actually.
Yeah, that's her right there. With the ears. Even with the little curdy. This is okay if I do this with the page, right? Curl this around just like that.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Books are going to bound to do it any sooner or later, you know? Somehow.
5'11". Oh, I had one friend. When you made a male or female, or especially female, he'd have you put your measurements down for your female character. To decide if you go into a bar and how would people keep an eye on you and shit like that. I'm like, you know what? That's a little too much.
Yeah, somebody messes up.
How are we going to handle the food?
Huh?
How are we going to handle the food?
Paper plates or plates. You have ketchup?
Yep.
Ketchup. Don't put the plates on top of the paper because the heat will go through the plate and warp the plate paper.
Right.
That's why what we do is we put these little mats and put the plates on the mats.
Alright.
Yeah, give me a minute.
I'm sorry.
As a matter of fact, wait, do this. We'll put both of ours. So
Dave, how old are you?
41.
I'm a little older than you.
Well, that's alright.
No, I'm used to when getting together with a bunch of people and we have food and we're playing. That was one of the things that people would put their plates right on top of the character sheet, and 20 minutes later the character sheet's warped and we're like, you have to rewrite it and give me a pain. Yep, folks. No, I thought you're supposed to pull it apart with your feet and dip the meat in the ketchup and eat it in your face. And have the ketchup go all over the plate and everything else.
You didn't have one?
Yeah, well, I'm used to you guys eat first.
Okay, sure. So you're taking notes and we'll fill the character sheets later?
Huh?
You're taking notes?
I that's what I always do. I write my character up on a separate tiny little piece of paper, get my stats all, my feats and how they change everything, and then I put it on here.
Alright, so you don't have to erase anything.
Yep. However, there's certain things I can put down on my character sheet right now. Somebody's 5'11", you're female, you're an elf, you're semi-thin. It says between 130, 170, we're going to say 150. Okay, gender, female. And her name's Ariel.
Alright. I'm sort of hungry, so I'll cook some stovetop. It's for chicken, but I don't care.
You got butter with it?
No.
Gotta mix it with butter.
No, I don't need butter. It's a meat maker, right?
Your size will be medium.
Okay.
Alright.
You got out of the way anyway.
Okay. Speed. Base speed. 7. Vision. I know there used to be a part where you put vision on. Alright. Racial features. Low
Where's
light.
the trash can at?
What?
Trash.
Outside.
Skill bonuses.
Here's your cup. You want to drink later?
Alright.
Nature. Nature. Perception. Being proficient with longbow, short bow. Make note.
Are you just picking numbers arbitrarily?
Huh?
Are you picking numbers arbitrarily, or are you rolling for them?
I don't know how.
It's up to you how you want to do it.
What I usually do is we want to have since there's only a couple of us
Yeah.
in that thing. I usually give everybody 16 points.
Yeah.
Then for the other stats, roll D4 and add it to it.
Okay.
That's
All right.
how I've done it.
Alright.
But the person who's running the adventure is the gentleman over there playing with the cigarette tobacco. It's up to him.
What?
How our stats? How do you want to do it? This thing on? Oh,
Sorry,
How much I
you have
use?
this cup.
Nah, it's just,
I drink out of yours by
I
accident.
used to smoke cherry yet, but I'm not really.
I had the cherry and the vanilla. I rolled 150 menthol cigarettes last night.
Yeah, I can imagine it. I roll one at a time. That way it keeps me lazy.
Oh no!
You know, like you
There
have,
was 5 people smoking cigarettes.
yeah, I can understand that, dude.
And I sat there playing my game, and I sat down. I made a few, and they're like, "Is there any way we can get a cigarette?" I says, "Well, yeah." Well, how many did you make? I had the little box. I had 200 tubes in it, small little one. No, I had 100. And they're like, "Well, where are they?" I says, "In that box." And the guy says, "That's for the tubes." I says, "Yeah, but there's not tubes in it." He opened it up. The whole thing was packed full, all made. He says, "You've only been doing that for 25 minutes." I says, "Yeah." Doink. Machine, boom, 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 kept pumping them out. I made a whole bunch.
Alright.
So that's a note. And there's a 4. A 4.
Oh boy.
Hey, so far I rolled 3 4s so far.
Alright.
A 3. A 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 4.
Alright.
So I'm going to have 17s and 18s for starting stats, which is nice. And since it's just the 2 of us right now, that's going to make a difference. Okay, your ancestors were natives to the fairy world, so you consider fairy creature. Alright, racial features, fairy.
So you guys are having alts? Alts? Two alts for you have one main character,
I'm going to just make one for now.
Alright.
And what I'll do is when I get home, I'll look at my other 2 books, and I might take a stone golem.
Alright.
Or one of the others. Or the Minotaur. The Minotaur's a great fighter.
Alright.
There's another race that's great as a wizard. Because it gives 3 points to intelligence and -1 charisma. Or one something like that. Group awareness.
So if there's any rules you don't like for 4th edition, you want to use, try if you remember any 3.5 rules you want to add into it?
Oh, I do.
All right.
Things. But see what I'm going to do now. that I have a group, I'm gonna start going over some of my modules that I've made, and I have characters when I was incarcerated.
Yeah.
I had all my books there, and I was running there.
Wow.
I had characters go from level 1 to level 12
Oh wow.
in 8 months because we got together every day, and my roommate was playing.
Wow.
So we were up all night playing, and the one guard says, "Hey, Howard, yeah, you got a few more books. Slide them under the door. Player's Handbook 1, Player's Handbook 2, Player's Handbook 3, Monster Manual 1, Monster 2, Monster Manual 3, Dungeon Master's Guide 1, Dungeon Master's Guide 2. Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Reading material."
Wow.
And then I started making character sheets and stuff,
Alright.
drawing them up my own.
Cool. So they gave you that for free?
No, my dad had money. I had money at home
Oh,
in the bank.
Sorry.
And I had them go
Alright.
to the store and mail them to me.
Alright. Cool.
Racial perception.
I'm not eating.
Are any burgers ready yet?
We ate two.
Is another one ready?
Want another one?
I didn't eat one yet.
You want one of them?
Yes, I'm hungry.
Alright. Okay.
Wow, shift. You more difficult terrain while you shift, even if you have power that allows an accuracy as an encounter power. Counter power. Alright, that will go on this side. Alright,
Yeah, it's like we only had room for 2 burgers at a time.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Just told you.
I think the slide's pretty good. Is this mine?
Yeah.
This mine?
Yeah, I drank it yours by accident.
Oh.
It's an instant focus. Take a purple aim your foe and strike with legendary accuracy. It's free action. Cool. Good to go. Good to go.
Now we have a group, I hate to backpedal a little, but you heard of the 5th edition they were beta testing?
I heard a rumor about it.
They sent me materials for it. I never had a group together to do anything with it.
You have all. Where's the paper? Where's all that stuff?
I haven't printed it out yet. So I'm an email somewhere.
Let me have it.
Okay.
I will start looking into that because I have old Dragon magazines. I have the Dungeon magazines.
Right.
Oh, I was.
Technically, we're at too late. Technically, we're at too late the beta test, but I still have the material somewhere.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I know somebody who goes to Allied Hobbies and was supposed to give me some of the modules that they've been getting.
Yeah.
I usually what I do when I get modules and whatnot, I take bits and pieces of 2 or 3 different ones, hook it together, and let people, like you go in a room, you go into this cave, you see one cave going up, you see another cave that looks like steps going down, and then you have this shimmering off to the side. Which way do you want to go?
Yeah.
And they look at each other and say, let's try the shimmering thing. Okay, you go through, you feel this tingling sensation, your metal disappears.
Yeah.
What do you mean our metal disappears? You just went into a realm, yes, metal is not allowed. It now changes to a different thing. Your metal armor now feels like heavy cloth.
What about your weapons?
See, the metal, it felt different. It was like crystal steel.
All right.
But the thing is, their metal was weak.
Yeah, okay.
Cloth was strong. Okay? Wood was stronger than steel.
Yeah, all right.
Everything was topsy-turvy.
Wow.
And fighters weren't the ones that were light.
Yeah.
Like in this realm.
Yeah.
Fighters were the enemy. Mages
All right. Okay.
were the one. Mages and clerks were the ones that people looked up to.
I only got one more. No, let me check.
Also, You can make a, like, you can put everything down here, but if you want a separate piece of paper for jotting stuff down, I've got, yeah.
You gave me some.
Well, I think this would be better because it's cheaper actually. This would be.
Yeah,
I
I
have
usually
paper. I just gotta find it.
I just stuck a bunch of the paper underneath it.
I have paper. I gotta find it. That's all.
Because that way there you can keep your thing clean and erase what you really have to and.
Yeah, usually what I do is I don't put. The only time I ever change stuff on this is when I actually something did change, like stat or
level. Or
what I do is I always put my hit points and my armor class on a different piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm at 150.
What's this paper for?
Notes,
Okay.
things of that nature.
Yeah,
Here.
just try to use
Real
less of
quick,
your
right there in the email.
character sheet.
I'll email the stuff to you.
I can't get into my AOL. I can just get
You
into my
can?
Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll have to print it out then. I'm gonna see it. I'll get to it.
Yeah, you got printer paper back there. You don't need mine.
So I'll have to print it out. I don't know if I can print all those pages out there.
Yeah, I saw some, but I wasn't really. I mean,
But do you have a printer at home? No?
No,
I
I
think
have
they
a
should
laptop.
just call it 4.5 and get it over with. But I really,
Okay,
really, I don't like the wizard
I have
at
an
all
idea.
in 4th
How about I
edition.
put it onto a CD and you can take the staples and have them printed out? Extra money.
Yeah, okay.
Because he should have a spell book, not of rituals, but of at-will powers. If you can use 2
I
at-will.
agree.
It's kind of Dungeons and Dragons was born with them being that way. I mean, it's you got to realize they all have a synosis that they got to go by, and it's
Like a
not really-
fighter.
Yeah.
He knows how to use weapons, period.
Oh yeah.
A ranger, he knows how to run around in the woods and use a bow and
And
arrow.
then what they want to do, like they put, and then a rogue, all his abilities is on one thing: thievery.
Alright.
I mean, how the hell do you?
Is this cooked already?
I mean,
Yeah.
what's so important about
Okay.
the guy?
Put it right there.
Oops, I probably got grease on the box.
Grab this real quick. Should keep everything in the middle.
I have one burger left, so I'll eat whatever I
need a
have
fork.
left over.
Fork and ketchup.
Okay.
I think they go by. You can
Here's
do
the ketchup.
3d6 or whatever on the.
Hit stats?
Yeah, if you want.
No. What I did, you start with 16 and roll d4 and add to it. Since there's only going to be a couple of us.
Okay.
Now I rolled my numbers right there. You get higher numbers. You get a lot of higher. And because there's only going to be a couple of us to start.
Alright.
That's some extra spots. Oh, there's other times I've played where people are like, well, we're starting off at first level. Everybody should have max hit points. I said, that's what I do. I give everybody max hit points. And everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, first level, yeah.
Yeah. Before it wasn't that way.
No, true. But they wanted to put a little more variety and pituitary into the fact of maybe some possible, like, why they live the way they do with those abilities and with those things and why those objects
The
have
secondary roles. How did you become who you were?
Yeah. And then
Now,
they want to put this one as sort of like a grown-up version of the same adventurer, where you've got your at-will powers, like you're even a fighter has amazing abilities and stuff like that, where he's not just a hack. He's got like other kinds of things added to it, But I really don't. Yeah, I'm not really too. I think they either threw this together or they didn't have me in the game when they made it, So.
You weren't in there.
Yeah, that's the point, yeah. That's definitely the point. Because I would have kept the at-will powers, the powers the way they were, but I really think that they should just worry less about a lot of things. I do like the way that they now attack for reflex and will, not just armor class. So a lot of times that's in there. Initiative, is still Initiative's good actually. With you've got your dexterity and half your level. That's not bad.
Because as
that
you
really
get,
makes
as
sense
you get
after a
higher
while.
level,
Yeah,
you've learned how to move better and how to dodge attacks.
You're actually moving like twice their ability to think, and you're over them in no time at low levels. You face something at a low level, and it's got a look, I suppose. The modifiers for the ability scores are also half your level too. They kind of broaden that a little bit.
Because
That's nice. That's actually
because
nice.
they feel it was brought up in one magazine that as you get strong, higher level, you know how to use your ability. You know how to move. You get physically fit. You get more charismatic. You get more in tune to your God. I need a drink.
And what else is? I like the surges the way that they are. I think they're pretty good actually. I think in a lot of ways I would have put food in there as ability to increase a surge or two at certain times. Your meals.
I made in the old thing there was holy berries that you can make that would heal and whatnot. So what I did, I also remembered the continual light stone.
Well, the only problem I do have with this game, the way they have the rules, is a lot of the potions require that you expend a healing potion.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm not really too fascinated by that fact.
That's why as a gamer...
And then they don't have replenishing potions in it as well, where you can add to your number of surges through those
That's
potions.
why as a game master you have the right to change that.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like where you're in the major tournament, you got to go word for word.
Yeah, that's true.
Even then, in a tournament and whatnot, if you're running it, you can modify things as you see it needs to be.
And I do like this passive insight and passive perception.
That goes on all the time.
Yeah, that one.
Walking down the street, you'll know, you can tell if somebody's following.
To actually put two perspectives in this, two perspectives, those two perspectives in the same thing is pretty nice, actually. I mean, it's action points are, I don't know really about action points. I mean, it's pretty nice to add an extra feel to it, where you can certain boosts at times.
Mm-hmm.
But they should have really put a possibility of, not just one at every tier level of the character, but possibly mess with them a little bit. When somebody fumbles, you gain action points. When you don't just gain an attack of opportunity, you gain an action point. But attack of opportunity is the same thing. But there are times when you might just want to do something else.
Sure. You
might think, well, hey, that guy just changed and I noticed I want to do something. Those kinds of things do happen. And I think that, in certain times, action points really explain a lot. Where even if they don't do anything, they do help put things in perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why people are doing these things and why they get to do them. And I think action points may be a better role if the Dungeon Master is more in touch with the action point usage than actually the players are. The players can do what they want, but action points could lower your need for rolls for various things, even like saving throws or and whatnot, or reduce penalties at times. There's all kinds of cool things you could do. Or even if you crit, you can gain an action point on the spot on certain perspectives. Because you have nothing to opportunity attack you. Mm-hmm. You've got sometimes action. Because a lot of ways in Dungeons and Dragons, they used to put it where you're usually attacking 7 or 8 times in a round. But that set attack is technically one roll. And that's how they kind of put it. That sometimes people are faster and slower, it doesn't matter. It matters how well they perform by the stats and, and of course the dungeon master could always say hit or miss for various reasons, which is another action point ability. The only problem they did do was they kind of took out the crunching in the game, the XP crunching. And that, I don't know. I've got plenty of ideas on how to deal with things. I mean, if you want to do something, you're going to do it. This isn't about, I got to sit there and do it over and over and over and over again. Like, you got to understand, you might want to do something like this, then you are doing it. There's no such thing as XP crunching. And that's like listening to Final Fantasy, trying to use every low-level monster you can to get 5 or 10 levels over the boss character and kill him in one shot. Isn't exactly what you can do. You're not allowed to do that in Dungeons and Dragons unless you have no reason to go after a boss. And I think that's a popular misconception right there, actually. There's no such thing as XP crunching. A lot of what you do, I think in a lot of ways they could have changed the experience points where you have chance points, where you can actually use all these abilities as keyword points and get chances to get a point on them.
As make them a little stronger.
Yeah, well, not really more strong, but the chances of getting a point doesn't mean you're a good learner. You know what I'm saying? If you put learning as a chance, just like you do anything else.
Yeah, that you've learned.
With already having
you've learned how to cast a spell a little bit faster, and how to see how the person's moving and how it's going to affect the area, things of that nature. Like your tactics on using your abilities.
I mean, you use your fortitude a lot. You're going to like the fact that your chances of increasing your fortitude can become more understandable with chance points than they can with experience points per chance. Per chance isn't too bad. With a little bit of rollover, or sometimes just erasing the chance points at certain times when they're no good whatsoever at various segments. Things tend to change a little bit, but. And then the skill, again, ability modifier at half your level, and then train gives you a +5. Armor penalty has some still aspect and whatnot. And what the weird thing is, one time I was playing this game, and someone had some kind of problem. He had bulky metal plate metal armor. And apparently somebody put in a game where the armor was interfering with this wizard's ability to do an arcane check.
Yeah.
It was disturbing him. And I thought that was highly original, actually. That was one of the highlights of this game whenever I play it. It just makes so much sense that to sit there and put everybody else as your problem doing an arcana check. It's just, they give me a moment to think, and nobody's like, oh yeah, sure, let me get by here. And, damn, I missed.
Can you bring out some for me, sir?
No idea how many pages it is. Oh, it's on disc?
Huh?
It's on disc, I had no idea how many pages.
That's okay.
PDFs. You can open reader files like PDF?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay.
Sir, I'm disappointed. because when you were pouring soda, I said, "Can you bring me out of it so I can have some?"
I'm sorry.
And you,
Yeah, I was thinking about something. I apologize. You know why? I keep thinking to keep it in the refrigerator. I don't know if you want it cold or stay cold, or you want a glass of it, or I don't know. Yeah, because he came in and you saved talking to you, and I forgot what I was talking about.
it's okay. We're talking about how some things in the way they were set up with your abilities and stuff.
No, I meant what he came and asked you what what about this here.
Yeah.
I didn't get to ask you. 'Cause I didn't know if you want to keep it in the fridge or whatever.
I would feel more comfortable if we poured the stuff in the kitchen and away from the manuals and all that valuable stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but I didn't really know if you wanted to keep it in the fridge though.
The fridge, put it in the freezer actually.
Yeah, the freezer. It's right up what mine is. Yeah.
Right,
I made a little room in
I
front.
gotta
So
find my deity.
I think that's in the front
Yeah,
of
I'm
the.
just saying it's
No,
okay.
I already know who I want, but I was picking my
okay.
feet. My divine, channel divinity for my
Channel
god.
Divinity.
Yeah, for cleric.
Yeah.
Paylor's Radiance. I pitied the poor undead to get to my way.
All right, cool.
We do run into them a
You guys
lot.
still hungry?
No, I'm not. Why?
Oh, I could cook another burger. You guys should
No,
share.
that's alright. I'm fine.
I have my roast beef, which I'm about ready to nibble on soon.
All right. So anything else we could do?
Oh, there it is.
12:33. That's enough. Tuesday lunch. Yeah. Oh, cool. All right.
I'm sorry I'm taking so long.
No big deal.
Okay, we're all talking anyway. Dungeons and Dragons is always like
It's
that.
probably take another.
I can never get rid of that patch.
It takes me and him probably a little longer to, me especially longer to
And
do
plus, I
it.
got smokes, so
Get it together anyway.
I want him to do his next because that way there we could both.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
When he was doing the Dungeon Master, I mean, I built a character sheet before and I put it on my computer. If I could find it, can I use my old character?
Well, it's a different. That wasn't the same.
Edition?
No, it wasn't the same edition.
Oh, I
That
thought
was
it was.
3.5,
Oh, it was?
but you can use the synopsis of the character,
Okay.
who he was, or how you wrote him, or.
Yeah, I just thought.
I know that you've got the ability to make a picture of him, and you've got the ability.
I
to,
just thought it says time like just print it out.
No, I don't think. No, you can't.
All right, never mind.
No. Everything's changed in this edition, actually.
All right. Well, I was saying, Howard, that we can do whatever we want to do because there's no stretch structure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we want to meld rules here and there we can.
Yeah, I always try to make the players comfortable. If they want to bring an old character in, I'll look at the character. If I think someone was going to overpower the situation, I'll say, at this present time, your character does not have his other item due to the following reason.
Yeah. Okay.
I did that to one person. He had a magic item. And I says, while you were sleeping last night, the Thieves Guild came and stole your weapon.
Good God.
And they said, if you want it back, you have to go on this quest for us.
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold, the whole module was that quest that they were going on. And I needed a loophole to force this paladin to get involved.
All right, so you didn't want to?
And here, he didn't want to, he was on the verge of losing his paladinhood
Yeah,
from the church.
yeah.
Yeah, because he undoubtedly attacked a dwarf. His character didn't like dwarf. So he tortured
Oh my
the dwarf
God.
just for the hell of it.
All right.
And took the dwarf's battle axe, the
Alright.
magical axe.
Alright.
So I'm like, okay.
Is it the weapon that was stolen?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
The dwarf was the champion for the one his church.
Wow.
He didn't like the dwarf because the dwarf kept telling him,
yeah.
"You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong."
Oh, was it another player?
It was another player character.
Oh.
He attacked the dwarf, took the weapon, said, "It's my weapon now."
Yeah.
Well, the Brotherhood and the church worked together, kept an eye on things. Well, the church, the Brotherhood found out that he attacked his boss, the high priest.
Yeah.
All right, and took the weapon. Well,
Yeah.
they came and they took the weapon
Alright.
and left the insignia on his forehead.
Yeah, alright.
Betrayer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and everybody who was worshipped that God saw that insignia on his forehead,
Yeah.
so they would not associate with him.
Alright, cool.
And he was trying to atone for his mistakes.
Yeah.
He had to go get the axe,
Yeah.
bring it back,
Alright.
and give it to him, and apologize in front of the whole
Wow.
the church
Alright.
that he was a part of. And he didn't want to do it. I don't care if I have a thing on my head that says I'm a betrayer. I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's when he started realizing his paladin powers weren't working. They were fritzing.
Oh, wow.
They dropped down to 50% to work.
Yeah.
Then they were down. He was down at 25% of the time they would
Yeah.
work. I'd roll D4. Nope, didn't work. And he said, "Okay, we're gonna go." Mm-hmm.
Alright. Did I tell you about the game I was working on?
Mm-hmm.
It's a new game. There's rules that are called Dominion rules to get off the internet. And they're not Dungeons and Dragons rules, they're totally unique rules. And you can build your own game from it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You made a comment about that in the car.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
It's no class.
I think I already told you about the Dominion rules. For new game.
Mini rolls?
Dominion.
Dominion rolls?
Yeah.
What's that?
DominionRules.org. It's one word. It's on the internet.
I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't print out the rules yet. They're on Google Docs. I was gonna try to get help adapting them into a game or something, or make my own game out of it. You're allowed to adapt the rules and make as many changes as you want, as long as you make it clear what's their part, where you work, and what your work is separate, and clearly identified and like notated and stuff.
You got a sun and summer.
Alright.
He keeper of time.
I don't know. No, I don't care if I don't have any. I'll have some still time. It'd be nice for a butter if I don't have any.
I think the only ones you're really going to need to change a lot of the numbers for, that are going to change a lot, is probably just hit point surges action points, temp hit points, and death saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only ones that are really going to change a lot. I mean, anything that changes, of course, you'll just add extra notes for it. But whatever's going to basically stay the same for each level is going to.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you might want to change is some things like items or something.
Yeah.
Might change that.
That's what I like on something. I have a notebook. Alright, and armor, whatnot. Now, we got to get a certain amount of money. Well, I'm a clerk, so I'm going to try to get the best armor, which is chainmail.
I think I know where it's at. It's supposed to be somewhere. I mean, armor or weapon,
Equipment.
yeah.
Venturing gear. Alright, now choosing weapons. See, what I'm looking for is a list of how much everybody starts with.
I think it was supposed to be in the beginning of that page, actually. Wasn't
Oh, says here, when you create your first level character, you start with basic clothing and 100 gold pieces.
Yeah, okay.
You can't really get a whole lot with 100.
Well, whatever you want to do.
I think that the number, the prices on the weapons and armor have changed for 4th edition. I think that's why I put it that way. But I think you're right, though. It's from what
Like
I
if your clerk wants chainmail, there's 40. His holy symbol is like 25.
yeah, weapons. I mean, do you want to play where you have to be stocked now, or do you want to find what you're looking for?
Well, if we don't have some kind of armor or a weapon with us, we ain't gonna win.
Well, no, I know you definitely need that. I mean, we can obviously just
what I always
chill a
do
little
is
bit, but I mean, you know.
What I always say is, you get the best armor when you first start off. That it says. If it says you can have plate mail, you have plate mail or chain mail, and you have your basic weapon. And if you're a clerk, you got to have your holy symbol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. That.
And you get food, rations, or holy water or something. You get the basic package, and everything else after that if you want special.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I've always done.
I think they have that where you can do that in this game.
Yeah.
Kind of either way, it doesn't really matter. You can have bone on for it.
And I am an oaf. Is it the little clerk? Yeah, I can still use my bow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So how about, do you usually, like, if we want to make changes to something, you roll on it? To stuff it? Alright.
I love stuffing it. That's what I ate over the weekend. Just that and rice. Alright, now I'm going, I can, and I am going,
Is that enough or too much?
well that's fine for now.
I don't know how often we can meet here. I have to see about the gas situation.
Yeah, Morning Star is the big club-like item.
Like I got the latest of 8 o'clock though. Okay.
Alright.
Because I didn't bring my matchup.
Alright.
Morning Star. Ready?
That's not.